give like a quick off. I'll just give a review to our opponent's presentation. My time starts now. In our opponent's first point, they mentioned about stress for teachers. However, we tell you, year-one school is actually bad for teachers and educational quality. Teachers will be stressed out with 4515. In fact, they'll be stressed out even more than with the traditional calendar. Wallace 16, an administrator revealed that year-round schedule made him feel like he was never able to take a break from his work because of unspoken expectations of the district that he still had school obligations during frequent intersession breaks. Also, with their year-round schedules, educators' stress was compounded because they were never able to find a rhythm with their students due to frequent breaks in their schedules. The traditional school year allowed him to better balance his time at work and obligations at home. The author continues, with the traditional calendar, teachers lose 1 or 2 days of instruction each time they go off track since they have to get grades ready. With multi-tracking following our point's motion, teachers would have to consistently teach, which also will increase burnouts. Our opponent's second point talks about multi-tracking costs less. However, we tell you, one, your own school takes away classroom space for remediation and extra class sessions, so therefore this will cause inequality even more. The advantages of multi-track year-round education are compromised by the disadvantages. For instance, lengthening the school year beyond 180 days by using on-site classrooms is thwarted by the available day limitations of each multi-track year-round education track. And offering mandatory remediation sessions when all classrooms are used all year is likewise a challenge. Second, multi-tracking is expensive and equitable. July 17, multi-track year-round schooling schedules were heavily adopted in California, particularly in Los Angeles. The cost of the program was massive. There was no conclusive evidence that improved outcomes, and that students on multi-track system had 17 or less days of instruction than those on a traditional schedule. The ACLU sued the state because the instruction time and resources were disproportionately distributed to kids as a function of their zip code. Our opponent's last contention talks about how all students will benefit from education, and they also talk about Summers 5. They talk about how with 4515, students will not forget, or at least forget less on long breaks, and therefore less time will be spent on reviewing. However, we tell you this is completely false. Wallace 16, an administrator revealed that a year-long schedule made him feel like he was never able to take a break from his work because of the unspoken expectations of his district that he had school obligations during the frequent intercession break, as the card, as we've already mentioned before, continues. So therefore, these teachers themselves think that 4515 actually cuts the schedule that they already have. Our opponents talk about how it lets students go more in curriculum. However, our side tells you our opponents cannot solve this. Keep in mind that even though the government is changing the school system, they never mention anything about changing the school curriculum to fit it. So therefore, there will definitely be cuts on the curriculum due to this, because the curriculum is not designed to fit 4515. And this is very bad for students. Therefore, they're part of improving consistency goals. With 4515 units will be cut in middle, unlike other traditional calendars, which does not have any units being cut because it's designed for traditional calendars. Our opponents talk about how 4515 helps disadvantaged students and students of different race. However, our side tells you year-round schooling has no impact on academic achievement. Catherine E. Rosen, Macmillan, 2012. In 2007-22 Wake Country, traditional calendar schools were switched to year-round calendars. The author continues, results suggest year-round schooling has essentially no impact on academic achievement of the average student. Moreover, when the data is broken by race, we find no evidence that any racial subgroup benefits more from year-round schooling. Impact academic achievement. We tell you that, in fact, multi-tracking hurts student performance. Shirley 17, using multi-track year-round calendar as a means to stop overcrowding can actually have a negative effect on student academic performance. Because of the disrupted nature of the school schedule and added stress on teachers, the test scores of students suffered by 1 to 2% drop in national percentile rank. So thus, please negate.